Hi guys, welcome to another audio video elaborating Revelations 12 of the King James Version Bible. And it reads, "And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head was a crown of 12 stars. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth, and pained to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And she brought forth a man child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea! For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And when the dragons saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and a half a time, from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped but the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ." Alright, guys, so here we come to another chapter, and in this chapter we see where it speaks of the woman that gave birth, and this is speaking of a time in the past, as we can see, because it speaks of the time where the dragon was slayed, which was the devil, also known as Satan, and his angels, and they were cast out of heaven. Hence they were sent here on earth, and that's the reason why they cause havoc, because they know they have a short period of time, and they know that their time is coming to an end. So they want to damn everyone that they can to their faith. And that is why it's so important for us as human beings, as Christians, most importantly, to stay focused on the things of God and not to be carried away by the wiles of the devil. Right? And here we see where it speaks of a woman that gave birth to this boy child, this child, which is basically speaking of Jesus Christ. And this child was given out. And what happened was that this woman was supposed to be the initiator of the seed of Jesus, right? That's from where Jesus stemmed, and we know that Jesus stemmed from the tribe of Judah, and that came back from all the way at Sarah, right? And so we see that the devil tried to deter the plan of God. But what happened was that God would not have this, and so he set things in motion in order to ensure that this would not take effect, that the enemy would not succeed, that Satan would not succeed, right? And so we see where it speaks of the fact that the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. So the dragon cast out the flood. The dragon was the one that was there slain and having bloodshed all over the earth, trying to basically diminish the lineage that was supposed to bring about Jesus Christ or salvation or Lord and Savior, right? But that did not happen because God put things in place so that that would not happen. And also we see that even earth itself and nature helped to protect it, which is basically attributable to God, of course, right? So guys, remember, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and through our testimonies. And so it's very important for us to testify of the goodness of God each and every day. That's why it's good for us to remember those times when we are in going through our trials and going through our tribulations or facing whatever adversity we have ahead of us, that God is there with us and he will bring us through. And when he actually brings us through, to actually share that with somebody, to encourage a soul. And we know that the Bible speaks continuously about encouraging each other, right? So I'm gonna leave that right there. But guys, please remember to continue to walk in your salvation. And if you've not yet gained it, then seek it. There's no better time to begin than the present. Have yourselves a blessed day. Bye.